From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some deep.
And right away, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Double time, double time. 4 down, check.
They'll run on first down. It's done. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Give me that ball, defense. 5.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Get out, man. Let's go now. 10-2 soft. Get the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
2nd and long. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Double time. 3 down. Hey, check. 3. 5.
Get it. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Looking to throw. Campbell, he's got it. It's Spiller. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Spiller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Here's Campbell throwing on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
What we got?
Now a handoff looking right. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
3 down, 3 down. 87's mom. Don't worry about it.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, the 40, 20, 10, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Quit talking about it.
Campbell now, throwing on first down. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Check pass. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence, wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Campbell from the gun. He'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's Spiller. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Campbell. Open man is Higgins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. To throw is Campbell on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, watch it.
They'll give to Spiller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Ready up.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6 at the Raiders' 36-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Squeeze. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Let's go now. 46 is right there. Check in. Single.
Now Campbell on 3rd and 2. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. That'll go as a pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on second down. Campbell, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Here's Campbell throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Lawrence, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away.
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Safety's creeping. Check, 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 check.
Campbell now. Off play action. He's going to loft one. Deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is Spiller. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Again, they run it with Spiller. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
You got to get the ball. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Back to throw. Campbell. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Looking to throw. Campbell. And he's got his man on the out route. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Back to throw. Campbell. This pass complete to Higgins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. They run with Spiller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And now it's blocked. And the Rams have got it. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now they try the right side here. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Looking to throw. Campbell. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
I got you, boy. I got you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
2nd down at the 50-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Campbell to throw on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Alpha. 94
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, high 7. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Hey, get it.
Back to the air on second down. Lawrence. And he's got his man on the comebacker. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Switch. Hey, Sam on. Be driven.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. T.J. Hockenson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. 3 buzz. Hey, seam 6. Pick me up. Here we go. Shoot.
From the gun, Lawrence. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a handoff working right. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Raiders, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.